Hey there, this is the Orlando Squadcast. It is your one-stop shop for all the latest news, history, and updates from the City Beautiful.
Hey, checkers.
Ooh. Yeah. The city is so huge, so there's a lot going on.
So tips, secrets, happenings, anything that's new that's happening, you're going to be hearing it here first.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Thanks for joining us as we explore the vibrant culture, people, and places that make Orlando so special. Today, I'm your host, Robert Stack, but I'm not alone. Nope, I got my good buddy, Jonathan Spiegel, sitting here to my left. Hey, Johnny, say hi.
Hello, Rob. How are you doing today?
Dude, I'm pumped to be here. I'm excited.
I'm pumped, too. I feel like my posture's pumped. Speaking of pump, we got some pumped shoes over there.
That's right.
Hey,
That's what they kind of look like. How you doing, Mark?
I'm Mark Rawmaker, the third and final host, the final one. Good. These are actually LeBron James shoes. They're not pumps.
Really?
I almost bought pumps. You guys know I love my sneakers. I almost bought pumps, but they're so big now. They're massive.
Really?
Like I put them on my feet and
They're
it looked
like
like
boat
I was
shoes.
wearing like snow boots.
Yeah.
I was
feel
like,
like
I can't do that.
the Charles Barkleys were really big. Those were large shoes. You guys remember the
He
Barkleys?
was large.
The
Yeah, he
Barkleys.
was
Were
large.
they Reebok?
I think they were Reebok.
I don't know. I like the pumps though. They work.
You have a lot of shoes, too. You have a
I
big
do.
shoe collection.
Yeah, I have
sneaker
a
collection.
display in my house.
It's
really
like a
cool.
box of crayons.
So
I
are
know.
you a sneakerhead?
I think that's what
Are
you are.
Are you kind of a
I like
sneakerhead?
I like those instead of like dress shoes or just like
Yeah.
casual shoes.
Yeah.
They feel good. I can run faster and jump higher at all times.
Watch, Mom.
But if you're just joining in for the first time, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe on wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube. This is being filmed multicam style.
That's
And
right.
then also, you know what would be great if you could leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify because that puts our podcast click, up the ranks a little bit.
Up the ranks.
I think we have 20 reviews right now, and they're all 5 stars.
Yeah, and we're going to read the best ones on the air. So, I
Ooh,
mean,
yeah.
if you
Ooh,
have
best
some good
ones on the
reviews,
air.
we're
We
going to
just
read them
came
on
up
the
with
air.
that too. We didn't
I
talk
just
about that.
on the fly, but I think we should do it. I think it'll be fun.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah,
And we were nominated for one of Orlando's best local podcasts
nominated.
from Orlando Weekly.
Yeah.
So,
we're
we
pretty
like
good.
to wear the banner and we like to hear from you.
We like to talk about things going on in the Orlando area, and then we go do them.
Yep.
So those who haven't seen it yet, we can go to our YouTube page. We've got two videos up. We went to my beer, or just called Beer Spa.
Beer Spa.
I keep calling
Beer
it
Spa
my Beer
Orlando,
Spa.
Yeah.
right?
Beer
Is that
Spa
what it-
Orlando. Yeah, their
Beer Spa
Instagram
Orlando.
handle is my Beer Spa. So I just call it, and it's mine. I feel like it's
That was a
mine.
wonderful experience.
It was a great experience.
good.
Go check out the link and check out that
That's
video.
if you're looking for something different and unique to do, or if you've maybe gone on several date nights and you're like, you know what, it just doesn't have the same flair anymore. Orlando Beer Spa. It was pretty awesome.
If you go during the day, we went during the day. It was great.
It was
yeah.
great. And they have
yeah.
Prosecco, they have Sangria, they
Yeah,
have
not just beer.
Not
They
just
had-
beer and things like that. So it's great for bridal showers, maybe some graduation parties for some
We even
UCF
talked a
people.
little business in there. It was
We did
kinda
talk some
nice.
business.
We talked
Yeah.
shop. And then we also went to PopStroke out by UCF.
yeah.
Another
That was
great
super
day.
fun.
We almost died. Very
It
hot.
was so hot. There's a chef. If you check that video out, you'll see Rob. It looked like he fell into a pool with his t-shirt on.
I did not. That is just perspiration.
Yeah, I blacked out the last 3 holes of the first front 18.
Yes.
That place is super fun though. It's
Oh
way
my
different.
God. I
than
would
any
love to
other-
go
Oh,
at
man.
night. We didn't get to film at night, but I would have preferred, I think, to have done that.
Yep.
And speaking of PopStroke, you can actually buy your pass, and it's a day pass.
Oh,
so
that's great.
we could have gone back that
That's
night
true.
to check it out in the evening, but low.
Yeah, but go watch that video.
Go
It's
watch
fun.
it.
Yeah, super
So
fun.
on to today. What do we got?
So I'm going to talk about what I did this past week, and I think it was super fun.
What? Tell
I
me.
went to the Renaissance Theater and I saw their production of Nosferatu.
Oh, we've been anticipating this
Ooh.
production since we had Donald on.
I don't know how to describe it, but if you want to be inside an HBO miniseries about vampires, then go do it. Because I felt like I
What was
was
that?
literally
What was that one? True Blood. Remember True
True
Blood?
Blood?
Yes,
It's like True Blood.
I felt like
Oh, Suki.
Yeah.
I've never seen True Blood though. To be honest, to be in all
Oh,
fairness,
that was the main character's
But
name.
it's
was
very
Suki.
raunchy and very sexy, right?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
Vampires.
super sexy. I
They
mean,
have rules.
vampires
Yeah.
are just innately and
Yep.
they're just sexy, man.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are
yeah,
sexy.
yeah.
You don't really see a lot of sexy
So-
werewolves.
So
but-
do they change it from year to year, or does it kind of?
They do. The show evolves and the experience is immersive. So they kind of set the scene or they set the tone of the show with usually everyone congregates in one place and they kind of give you a little overview of the vampires and what you're about to experience. And then from there, it kind of breaks off and then you go into these different breakout rooms.
Kind of like choose your own adventure, right?
Kind of choose your own adventure. Follow the character that you're interested in because they do an introduction of all these different vampires. And then from there, you're brought into another space. And then from there, you break out into different rooms. And it's you're basically inside a mansion.
Wow.
cool.
But it was very, very, very cool. It is not for somebody that is
a child
offended easily or doesn't like nudity or sexuality. It's a very sexual experience, but it was very fun.
I have a question.
Yes.
Jonathan, yes.
Now, speaking on us talking about the Renaissance Theater before, is it one of those things where they are wanting you to be a part of the show, kind of like how their disco themed 54
Yes.
was, and everybody kind of dressed up in kind of that disco era? Do they want you to dress up sexy? Do they just want you to show up and watch it? What is it?
However you want to do it. If you want to just show up and like stay in the background and watch, you can totally do that. If you want to like dress up and feel like you're part of it, like you can do that as well. They encourage people to dress up. But they do have another experience afterwards. So they have like the show. It's like a 90-minute experience. Takes you from room to room to room to room. And then from there, afterwards, after the show is over, they do this big finale. You can go get a drink at the bar, but then they open it up to it. They call it a V-bar. And it's like another experience. There's a lot of musical numbers. They have different acts.
Wow.
They've got dancers.
They didn't have
go
that
on.
last year, did they?
They did not have that last year. They just kind of opened the bar. And I think maybe they like experimented with doing like a number
Is it an
post-closing.
extra ticket or is it?
It is an extra ticketed event. So like if you want to get both tickets, you can purchase them both together. You can even
It's
buy
like the after party.
So it's like an after party.
Invite-only
And
after
if you
party.
even if you were like, oh, we went to a restaurant downtown, but we want to go to the V Bar afterwards, it's like a whole nother like mini show, mini experience. Like it
That's
feels
cool.
like a concert, but
I
like
love
Perfect
them
in
over there.
time
It's
for the
vampire
season.
themed.
They're
Yeah.
so smart.
It was very spooky. It was very, very cool. It was very, very cool. But
Very
you have to be
spooky.
open-minded. I will say
cool.
that.
Yeah.
But that's what I did, and it was super fun.
That's
Good for you.
fantastic. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, that was good. That was
you're
good.
welcome.
And thank you to the Renaissance Theater
Oh yeah.
for
Ren.
bringing
I need to hit
the
it.
Ren,
I
bringing
need
in
to hit
an
I need
amazing
to hit it.
experimental theater here.
Well, let's go into our segment section.
Shall we start it?
Yeah.
Let's start
The
it.
O-Town Throwdown.
Boom. O-Town Throwdown.
I'm gonna start off with local yokel.
Local yokel.
Local yokel.
Cue the yokel.
Y'all ready for this? Bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam.
Are
I'm
you
taking
pumped?
my iPad out.
You look excited.
I'm super excited. So I have a good one today. So it's fall. We woke up this morning. Who put their jacket on? I did.
Mm-hmm.
And it will sweat everything today. But anyway, I have some great fall events.
Okay.
Ready for this?
Bring 'em on.
I have different kinds. Hold on, let me. Okay. So pumpkin patches, right?
Yep.
So Amber Brooks Farm Festival. It's every weekend from October 15th to November 30th. It's out in Orlando at Amber Brook Farm. It's pumpkin picking, crop maze, and more. New gel blaster range added this year. It's $15 per person.
A
That's
gel
it.
blaster.
Yeah, a gel blaster. So that's where you can go get
The hottest
pumpkins.
rage, guys.
It's the hottest rage. This sounds a little weird, but you're gonna like it. Santa's Christmas Tree Forest from September 25th to November 5th, Fridays to Sundays. It's pumpkin picking, hay rides, and a maze. $13 for kids, $15 for adults.
Okay.
Okay. Date night ideas. This is right here. The Haunting of River Ranch. Every Friday and Saturday, October 7th through October 31st, Westgate River Ranch Resort and Rodeo out in River Ranch, Florida. Haunted hay rides and a haunted house. $25 a person.
Ooh.
Pretty cool, right?
I love hay rides.
I know. There's a family-friendly option coming up. Town Harvest at Lake Nona Town Center. Every day, October 5th to the 31st, Lake Nona Town Center out there. Free music events, pumpkin patches, and treats, and it's completely free.
Wow.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Here's one for foodies. Southern Hill Farms.
Yeah.
That's a classic here in the Orlando area. It's every day from the September 15th to November 10th out in Claremont. They have this year they have apple cider donuts, hot apple cider, and more. $25 a person, and they do require advanced reservations because it's so crazy.
Crazy.
It's so fun. It's
Southern Hill.
great out there. We saw each other there a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
it's
It's great.
the hot spot.
And then for the thrill seekers, Great Scott Farms. Ode to Back to the Future.
Great Scott!
Every weekend, October 1st to
That's good.
November 15th. It's out in Orlando, Florida. 6.5-acre corn maze themed on outer space.
Cool.
Yep.
What?
And it's $20 for daytime, $25 for nighttime. That sounds pretty fun, though, right?
That sounds cool.
6 acres. I mean, you could really get lost
6.5.
Yeah.
in 6 acres.
6.5.
I'm surprised it's not 1.21
Which one
gigawatts.
of those? Which one are you guys most excited for? Or what did you do?
I would go with the alien themed or the outer space themed
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Agreed. That does sound very exciting. But I do like Southern Hills. Like
Yeah,
Southern
I know.
Hills Farm.
I do too. I'm
classic.
curious about the Santa tree fort. When I read it and I was looking it up, I was like, "Well, it's Christmas. This is printed wrong.
Yeah.
It's not.
Right.
It's only through November.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about
Interesting.
that one.
Okay.
I know.
All right. I do have another like local thing that I did that I want to piggyback on.
Okay.
That we did. I took my family to do the like a haunted trails over at Petrified Forest over in Maitland.
Oh,
How was it?
That was actually friggin' fantastic.
Was it haunted?
It was pretty spooky. Now, like you go in, it's like a ticketed event. There are like 3 different trails that they basically decorate, and they've been doing it for a while. And I think they've just shot up to like number 3, like for like impromptu trips.
Really?
And it was fantastic. We did through the 3 different trails, and it's like outside, so it's like you're in walking trails, and there's like mangroves and trees, and but they just like incorporate these structures. They build all these structures around. They do lighting. They bring in lighting. They have a ton of scare actors.
Yeah,
and it was pretty spooky. I'm not gonna lie.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Orlando has become. I've been here for 11 years now, and it's so crazy because the minute fall hits, we all get excited because we want the weather to change, and it doesn't really change. But they've created all these different places. Have created such a feel for like it is fall. It's officially like autumn. It's the change of the season. The end of the year is coming with the holidays, and they've like. I feel like a lot of people want to skip to like Thanksgiving and Christmas, but we don't. Like Orlando's like, no, we are hitting fall hard.
Yeah,
I mean, the big parks obviously are doing it. They kind of led the trail, but now all these little like
they're popping up, and they're fantastic. And I'm doing another one this weekend. We're going to go to Sir Henry's, which is kind of over in Lakeland. Yeah, but it's another similar experience where it's like an outdoor haunted trail.
Oh my goodness,
so fun! Scare actors and lighting, and so we're excited to do that. And then we're going to do Hollow Scream, which I think is SeaWorld's coming up.
Oh
yes,
Hollow Scream is Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens. What's the other one? What am I thinking?
No, I think it's both.
Scarrow Scream.
I think it's both.
SeaWorld is.
I think SeaWorld is also.
They're owned. It's owned by.
It's owned by the same
Busch. Yeah. So we're going to do SeaWorld on the 26th. So I'm excited about that.
Well, let us know how it goes.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, Hollow Scream for SeaWorld as well. Okay.
Yep. But Petrified Forest and Sir Henry's. Check them out.
Check them out.
Nice.
Local.
Check out. If anybody goes to Lake Nona one, because that's the free one.
Oh yeah.
Let us know about that too.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So we go to the next segment, which is
Park Narc.
It's the Park Narc.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen because this room is filled with men. Lots of testosterone in here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Carlos. You had to overload it with all that manly energy you got over there. Big CE, big Carlos energy. Anyway, so we're going to be going in and talking about Disney.
Let's talk about Disney.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Animal Kingdom. Lots of room to do stuff over there, right?
Yeah.
Lots of potential to expand. There's been a recent announcement that Dino Land USA forever will remain in our hearts because it's going to be getting refurbished and torn down and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
No way.
There is rumor.
No, it's in, I think.
It's in. It is in now.
It's official?
That Indiana Jones will be having his own land and experience
Get out of here.
Freaking Disney Animal Kingdom in Orlando, Florida. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Also, rumor is slightly still floating around that there might be an Encanto kind of thing happening as well to try and encompass more of the worldly aspect because they have the different continents and stuff, represented through Animal Kingdom. But Indiana Jones,
the ride.
Animal Kingdom,
the ride. Yeah. So there's one in California.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's one in California. We wrote it, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
the OG.
So it's been there for a while, which is interesting because the Animal Kingdom came up with this like dinosaur exhibit land, which I think everybody's always been like, that's weird. That's not, those aren't, those weren't, I don't know if they existed. I think they did, but we don't really, and there's no dinosaurs over there. So anyway, this is long overdue to do something like this.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting they're putting Indiana Jones because it's not a lot of animal stuff, but at the same time, the dinosaur ride is the exact same ride as Indiana Jones. Like, it's the exact same. They just themed it differently when they brought it to Disney World.
Yep.
So now they're bringing it back, and they're going to say like, oh, let's bring Indiana Jones.
So is the dinosaur ride being refurbished into Indiana Jones?
It will be Indiana Jones.
Wow.
Yes, it'll be Indiana Jones. And then, so within that, lots of huge potential. If you guys remember over the summer, they had the pop-up shop for the Indiana Jones bar whenever Dial of Destiny was coming out. They had that over at Hollywood Studios. It did freaking fantastic. So there's a huge draw. I mean, it's $1 billion franchise, right? Indiana Jones is it's awesome. Right?
They just made a new movie.
They just made a new movie. I dug it. I thought it was cool. It gave a lot of great throwbacks and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, Shia, you couldn't be in this one, but you know what?
Harrison.
Yeah,
he's Indiana Jones.
He's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that is the newest
people are pumped.
word on the street.
That is incredible.
So, and then, excuse me, and then that's kind of where it's like, they have a lot of land over there, so much freaking land over Animal Kingdom. So there's lots of potential where they could do the Encanto and things,
Yeah.
like over maybe in that Tree of Life side before you go over the bridge towards the Nemo area.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
The whole dinosaur area is going to get
whole dinosaur area
refurbed.
is
Full
refurbed.
There's no more dinosaurs in
What's
Animal
the
Kingdom.
timeline? Is there like a projected timeline for construction?
24, 20, or 25, I believe.
Yeah.
For
25 they're
completion?
saying. 25 for...
I think once they finish this Epcot thing.
Yeah, once
Then
they finish
they'll-
the
they'll
Epcot
pick
thing.
up
You gotta
there.
rotate.
Yeah, that's true.
They gotta
That's
wrap
really
up Moana.
cool.
Yeah.
I do love how Disney just always rotates. Like, 'cause when I first moved here, it was Animal Kingdom was getting the refurbs for Pandora,
Yep.
and then that happened, and then Epcot's doing their thing now. Hollywood Studios got Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story, so it's like now it's Animal Kingdom's turn again. I've been here long enough where I'm like, oh, we're back to
We're
it.
back to it. Yeah, that is so cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be cool.
great.
Yeah. All right.
There's my
Next.
park narc.
Shall
There's
we move on a little progress?
Progress.
Progress. All right, guys. The Florida Department of Transportation has announced when 3 area projects worth $2.2 billion will start construction. This is huge, and we've been talking about I-4 and just like the mess that it is, and but now we're starting to see those funds that were released on that big infrastructure bill. They're starting to get released, and they're making plans. So Interstate I-4 from Champions Gate to Osceola Parkway, it's about to start in late 2024. So we still got
I know.
a long ways, and before we're going to see this like
Change.
come to fruition.
Right,
But
right.
to start in late 2024, I-4 will be reconstructed to allow for 3 general use lanes, auxiliary lanes, and 2 special use lanes going both westbound and eastbound from west of County Road 532 Champions Gate to east of Osceola Parkway in Osceola County. Project is estimated to cost $1.45 billion. And it's going to take a long freaking time. But that's just one phase of it. There's going to be another phase that's going to start in 2026, and that is I-4 to 27. They're going to do that. They're going to widen that as well.
Gate.
And we'll probably see the same thing where we're going to see
3 years.
toll roads, like the toll lanes. Those like
They said, actually, I watched a little clip. You sent it over, but they said it's going to be the exact same structure as the one in downtown Orlando. So I mean, they're with the
Copy
express
paste.
lane. They're just going to
redo it. That's all they need to do. It is perfect.
It works,
And
and we've
it's
talked
gonna-
about it. I
I
love the
mean,
express lane.
It bottlenecks there so badly, and then it takes hours to get through that one tiny little stretch. So hopefully this will bring some much needed relief. I wish it could do it sooner.
I know. I watched the video on it, and the new like West 2 covered it, and I was like, yeah. And then she's like, coming in 2025. And I was like, oh.
Gut punch.
And that's them
Hopefully I'm
starting
still
it.
here.
Starting
Like,
it.
that's
Yeah.
Starting it in
so
2025.
long.
And then it's going to be horrible. Like, it's the worst stretch of road in all of Orlando.
Gotta
Like,
get
it's-
more before it gets better, Rob.
Yeah, that's true. 2
That
steps
is true.
backward, 8 steps forward.
Yeah.
I think total progress. I think that's great, and they're hitting like the 3 main points of contention that
think
we've
they're-
brought up on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think
'Cause
they're
that's
2 years
huge.
too late. I'm like, how did you not see this coming?
I know. Be like, it's been bad. It's been bad for a long time. 'Cause
Oh,
I've lived out
man.
over there. It's been bad for a while. So I'm glad that they're finally doing something about it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad they did downtown Orlando, but I'm like, I feel like Champions Gate's way worse, than downtown ever was. I don't know.
I felt like downtown Orlando moved. Like it was tight, but it moved pretty quickly. You could get through downtown.
you can put park when you're in I-4 and like by
You
Champions
could put
Gate
park.
at like 2:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
well, here I am.
Oh yeah.
Hope I got some good podcasts to listen to.
Oh, wish I had some
I have one
podcast
recommendation.
material.
I have one.
What's that road that runs parallel and has like Big Bear or something Bear Golf Club,
Big Bear
Harry
Golf Club.
Bear Golf Club or something? What's
Golden.
Gold?
The Reunion over by Reunion.
It's on your way to Champions Gate, and it's on the left hand side.
Bears Den.
Bears Den.
Yeah, that's Jack Nicklaus's course. That's in Reunion.
That's in Reunion.
So if you take the
Okay,
bridge
gotcha.
over to Reunion from there, that's when you can kind of see all the terrible traffic.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
All the terrible traffic.
You know what's coming. You're like, oh, I'm going to avoid that as much as I can.
Yeah.
Reunion is actually a really cool little area.
I love Reunion.
Reunion's
Golf
awesome.
carts.
Golf carts. It's got like
got
water
condos,
water
mansions.
parks and stuff.
Yeah.
Condos, mansions, golf courses.
It's mostly tourists. I mean, it's high end luxury short term.
Yeah,
rentals.
I've helped multiple people like that's their second home.
Yeah.
They're like, I want to come
Yeah.
to Disney once a month, and I don't want to pay for hotels, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to get
a nice
this
house.
amazing house,
And
and
then-
then they can rent out if they want.
Yeah, they do short term rentals for it. Yeah, it's a very it's a kind of like it isolates itself.
It does, but
it feels separate from the rest of like the vacation areas.
Is Bears Den a part of Reunion?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
private community within
Yeah.
there.
Okay, gotcha.
And that
So-
golf course is Jack Nicklaus's golf course. He designed it.
It's not open to the public, right? You have to be a member there, or
I think you can.
Ooh, I want to go.
It's a beautiful golf course.
Yeah,
you can
it
just
looks
pay.
gorgeous.
I
Whenever
feel
you're
like you
driving
can-
on that road, it looks beautiful.
Old Lake Wilson.
It's open to anybody who stays in Reunion. So if you
Yes,
stay in a
I know
hotel
that.
or if you rent a house there,
Correct.
you can
play there.
Like
but
the
I
three
don't
of
think
us
it's open
can't.
to the public. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Um,
But it's a gorgeous golf
what if I
course.
just like go there for an hour and I
Do
like
it.
stay there for an hour?
Yeah.
Do it.
Get a
And
day
then-
pass.
You know
Get a
what
day
though? They're gonna
pass.
love this I-4 expansion. All the residents in Reunion
For
Oh,
sure.
love it
everyone's gonna
because
love
they're
that.
kind
For
of
sure.
isolated there. But like, we can't. It's gonna take us an hour to get to Disney.
Four Corners, Reunion, Champions Gate,
It's
down
pretty
by
great.
Davenport.
I live over in that. So like I know that like I usually don't take appointments between 3 and 6 because I know
can't get
that
anywhere.
I will not be able to get anywhere
Yeah.
or get back into the area.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah,
I think that's
dude,
definitely progress.
progress. Yeah,
Good episode
absolutely.
today, guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have one thing that I would like to do. I'd like to do It Needs Work.
Oh, you want
Okay.
to do it needs work?
Cue
Yeah.
the in sound bite.
Yeah.
Here it is.
It needs work. It needs work. Fix it. Fix it. That's right.
That's
Okay,
right.
so I want to talk about, we talked about this the other day, cell phone reception here in Orlando.
Oh.
Oh,
It has gone down the shitter, right?
It
Oh
has.
my God.
There was
like,
a noticeable change from like 2022? Something happened. There was like a shift where I would drop a call every call.
Yep.
I do. Like, there's still times where I'll be talking to somebody. I'll be like, I didn't hear a
And
word
it-
you said. And then you get mad at each other.
Yeah.
Naturally be like, I can't hear you.
I hang
Like,
up.
"Oh, yeah.
You and I will talk sometimes and it'll just go cut out and I'll be like, fuck.
And then then you start blaming each other's bars. You're like, I have 3 bars. I don't know how many, you
how many bars
have
do you
4.
have?
be like, oh, I'm on edge. It's me.
Yeah.
I'm on the Edge network. It's totally me.
Oh, my
Or
God.
5G. Anytime I switch to the 5G network, it literally my phone just like, I don't know how to do this anymore.
I don't know. I'm
it
so
goes to crap.
frustrated with.
It's something strange. St. Cloud, my sister lives down in that area. So anytime I go down there, I can't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm there for the day. Reach me by email. It's the
And
only way.
maybe my
Or-
dad
and
will
maybe
will get it.
maybe
Or
my
pigeon.
dad will get it. You know,
Just pigeon me.
But there's pigeon me.
Send me a note
But
via
then there's
pigeon.
times I'll be like, I'll have full like, I'll be on like Instagram,
yeah.
it's uploading like crazy. I'll make a phone call and be like, I can't hear what you're saying.
Yep.
I can't hear what you're saying.
I know.
People
Something's
don't
up.
talk.
They need
Fix
to figure
it.
that out.
put more of
Fix
those
it.
fake trees around.
Yeah,
and
I
like
get our
the fake
reception
trees.
up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel good when I see a fake tree. I'm like, all right, you're trying to do something about the reception.
Get in the reception.
You know where also is so freaking bad is over in Waterlay.
Oh, in Waterley?
Over in Waterley?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dead
I-
zone.
I throw
Gosh,
actually
dude.
throw my phone in the waterfall as I walk in because I'm like, what's the point?
What's the point?
Oh, this is where the phone.
This way, it's like the basket when you walk into a house. You know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
gosh,
Leave
dude.
it at the front door.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, thanks for listening this week, guys. Fix
Yeah.
the cell phone towers.
Please.
Yeah, please.
For the love.
Do that for us. If anybody's listening that has any control over that, I'll give you $1.
Or leave us something in the comments. Are they going to change it? What's happening with it? Is there any news at all?
Should
Or
I
has
switch
anyone
to
addressed
T-Mobile? let us
Whoa,
know.
whoa, whoa! You okay? Switch
Cricket.
to T-Mobile.
Go to Cricket. See you guys.
See you.